the intelligence community has become a professional organization instead of a national security focused mission first. We're so focused now on who's getting the right review at the end of the year, who's getting promoted, who's qualified, who isn't, who needs career broadening. Like people are treating the government like you're supposed to be a government careerist. When the American government was created by our forefathers, you were never supposed to be a careerist. You were supposed to contribute. You were supposed to be a public servant, which meant that you did something meaningful outside and then you served your government for a period of time before you went back to the outside. And then that bouncing back and forth always kept the government at the same pace as commercial industry. Well, once we started professionalizing our internal services, now all of a sudden people have to make the choice between what's the right thing to say versus what's the career benefiting thing to say. And I can't tell you how many times I ran into anything from junior officers to senior ranking officers who were, struggling through the decision of, do I do the right thing for the country or do I do the right thing for my career? Because if I climb in my career high enough, I can change it from inside. And that never works.
Hey, bro, that is one thing we have in common, because in Congress, I saw a whole hell of a lot of that too, where it was not that people did not know the right decision for the country. It's that they didn't please the right lobbying group or the right donor or the right special interest or the right person in leadership who could give them a prized committee assignment or a chairmanship or an introduction to a lobbyist. Like that's what House of Cards got right, was the amount of people's time in Congress that they deployed to their personal advancement rather than the projects that improve the lives of constituents or the ultimate direction of the country. But it sounds like the path, if the two options we have is go back and forth with private industry, where it's just about, do you maintain enough buddies to be enough of a valuable special interest to profit off the revolving door, or you just become a wage cuck through the professionalized service where you're not even available to have the agency to push back against the people ahead of you, because you need to be in a posture to have their job in 3 years or 5 years and hit your pension vest. So on something as important as intelligence, do we just need to turn it all over to the fucking robots and let them tell us what's going on, or how do we fix that?
Yeah, it's a great question. And I think that we're at a precipice now where we can really start thinking about creative ways to fix that. Because I do believe that there is a way that we can blend American public service with American private activity. There's plenty of instances where we have seen that the government has grown exponentially because of the developments that happen in the private sector. And we've also seen where the private sector has taken off because of innovation that's happened on the government side. So there's no reason to think that we can't find a way to blend the two. As an example, secrecy agreements and the contractual obligations that exist whenever you're a private sector person working on a public sector project, that's a perfect example of how you can use the judicial branch to protect executive branch activity with the private sector, and everybody benefits. The government gets the benefits of innovation, the private sector gets the benefits of a guaranteed payer from the government, and then the nation benefits because all of it is contributing to our economy simultaneously. It's not.
So all we have to have is a justice system that isn't corrupt, and it can cure all, huh?
And that becomes a challenge.
Yeah,
it becomes a challenge.
That's its own podcast. Well, we're not doing that. We're doing it. I got too many cool intel questions to ask.
Freedom. So fresh, son. Freedom.